you, Mr. Kawasaki. Chairman Ambassador Tauspe, distinguished delegates and leaders of civil groups. My name is Tomisa Taue, the Mayor of Nagasaki. It is an honor to address you today as the representative of Nagasaki, a city which was devastated by an atomic bomb, and as the Vice President of Mayor's Coffee. 7 years ago, on the 9th of August 1945, Nagasaki became the world's second city to be attacked by an atomic bomb. The terrible heat waves, blast, and radiation released by the atomic bomb instantly destroyed the city and caused 150,000 civilian casualties. These included children and the elderly. Even today, those who narrowly survived are still suffering from the after effects of radiation exposure. Today, many Hibakusha atomic bomb survivors are using the last of their strength to be here in New York to appeal for the abolition of nuclear weapons. This year, the average age of the Hibakusha will be 80. There is not much time left to them. We have a responsibility to show these survivors a path to the abolition of nuclear weapons while they are alive to witness it. The conference on the humanitarian impact of nuclear weapons has been held 3 times since the 2010 NPT Review Conference. We have arrived at this NPT Review Conference amid rising debate surrounding nuclear disarmament, thanks to the focus being placed on the humanity. However, far from the articles of the previous review conference's final document being honored, we see a return to the Cold War era. Nuclear war is ever more likely as tensions rise between Russia and the USA over the political turmoil in Ukraine. At this rate, the NPT regime is in danger of becoming a mere facade. I ask the following of the nuclear weapon states. Firstly, I urge the USA and Russia to speed up their nuclear arms reduction. We will see progress in nuclear disarmament negotiations between all 5 nuclear weapon states if both the USA and Russia were to reduce their nuclear arsenal to 500 warheads. Last month, Ambassador Peruki visited Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I'd like to ask not only heads of state and heads of government, but all those involved in the nuclear program to come to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. There, you will see the truth of exposure to nuclear weapons with your own eyes. If you do, you will understand just how inhumane these weapons are, and also understand that we must be rid of them as soon as possible. I appeal to the non-nuclear states that are under nuclear umbrellas. Please recall Action 1 of the 2010 NPT Review Conference final document, which states that all state parties commit to pursue policies that are fully compatible with the treaty and the objective of achieving a world without nuclear weapons. I ask that you obey these terms which you have each sworn to, and be aware that this is a problem faced by each and every one of us. One of these policies we must pursue is the creation of nuclear weapon-free zones. Instead of nuclear umbrellas, we must expand the range of non-nuclear umbrellas. For those of us living in Northeast Asia, there is tension concerning North Korea's nuclear capabilities. Ask Japan, for the sake of a stable Northeast Asia, approach South Korea and North Korea and make efforts to establish a Northeast Asia nuclear weapon-free zone. I addressed the non-nuclear states that are not relying on nuclear deterrence. I thank the many of you who are forming nuclear weapon-free zones. I hope that your strong cooperation will finally set in motion the creation of a Middle East weapons of mass destruction-free zone. Furthermore, I ask for your continued activity so that we can make all 7.2 billion global citizens participate in international discourse concerning the inhumanity of nuclear weapons. Many countries have submitted working documents to today's review conference to promote nuclear disarmament. Our goal is the same. Even if our approaches toward the abolition of nuclear weapons differ. We should use this conference to create a new and continuing conference which is open to all countries where we can create a roadmap towards our goal. I ask each of you to acknowledge that while we have been unable to rid ourselves of our old-fashioned reliance on nuclear deterrence, the danger has once again grown. 70 years after the atomic bombings, let us make this review conference a turning point in the creation of a new world which denies the value of nuclear weapons. I look forward to a lively discussion at the NPT review conference and hope that you will achieve the progress desired by the Hibakusha. Thank you very much.